How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Nasty Civilian segment of Colorado Custom Welding and Blades, where you get to know me, the knife maker behind the hammer and the anvil. So I talk about things, what's going on in life. I try to be as real and authentic as I possibly can because my goal is to add value and encouragement and inspire. This week, I'm going to talk about my wife and I's trip. Not only talk, but show footage of my wife and I's trip to Garza Blanca in Los Cabos, Mexico, and what an amazing time it is. And I really encourage you to go check it out. I'm not paid by Tafner Resorts or Garza Blanca. This is just me being real. Okay, I'm not a guy that would go to the beach really. I'm a mountain and forest guy. But I had a phenomenal time. And I want to talk to you guys also about how you can save money and make this trip a memorable experience because, after all, vacation without experience doesn't make sense. Okay, and just give me about 12 minutes of your time. It will be worth it if you're looking to vacation in Los Cabos at Garza Blanca, more importantly. So, without further ado, here is some footage. You're back. All right. So, was I right? I mean, put in the comments. Amazing, right? So, starting starting with as soon as you step off the plane. So, do's and don'ts. So in order. Do's and don'ts. As soon as you get off the plane, and just in general, your experience at the resort, my idea and how you can save some money, some security. Again, some do's and don'ts, and my favorite thing that happened to us on that whole trip. So here we go. As soon as you get off the plane, here's some things that you want to keep in mind. If you're from America, you don't need to do currency exchange, especially at the airport. You're going to get gouged in a percentage tax. We took $600 and we got 6,500 pesos, which should have been around 7,500 or 8,000. Because it's a federal building, they have to do their job. You can use American currency anywhere in Los Cabos. Okay, it is valued more and it's simple to use. You don't have to worry about change. Okay, for example, in the States, you buy something for $10.53. There, it's $10, $20, $100, whatever. It's simple. Okay. Also, if you use your credit or debit card, you're going to be hit with that exchange tax or whatever it's called. If you deal in cash and you bring enough that's reasonable and responsible for your duration there to have a good time, you can do that. The only thing, like at resorts and stuff, they don't accept cash. So there, you might have to use your credit or debit card. But again, we'll get into cost effectiveness and saving some money. So when you get to through the customs and security portion, you walk through and it's like a fishbowl. There's like 5 individuals in the room behind counters and people standing in the middle of the way, and there's doors in front of you. Skip this. Not that this is part of the video, but skip this. Go right through the front doors. These guys, as soon as you say, I need a taxi, or they'll say, do you need a taxi? You say, yes. They're going to send you to some counter over there. These individuals work for other resorts. They're trying to get you to go and do a tour of theirs, and there is some incentives with that. They'll set you up with activities and stuff, but your resorts offer this. Okay, moving forward, just go outside, get a taxi, get to your resort. I can only speak on behalf of Garza Blanca, but I don't want to go into too much detail and give it away. You are treated from like royalty from the time you get out of the taxi, your first day to your last day. You are treated so well there. The people are very friendly, they're respectful, they're professional, and their job is to give you a great time. Okay, so with that, aside from your room stay, okay, aside from the cost of your room, which my wife and I got ours as a wedding present from my wife's friend who won a stay there at a show. Okay, so we didn't have to pay for the room, but we did not spend that much aside from the room. We spent a total of maybe $1,100. Okay, so I can only say this, if you're going with your spouse, cost is cost, right? You can't really use a savings plan entirely when it comes to room, okay? You're just gonna have to pay for it. I highly recommend though, getting a one bedroom and spending that extra because it will save you on drink and food, okay? Your most cost, the most you're gonna spend at the resort has to do with food and drink, okay? These guys are there to give you the best experience, but it costs investment, right? Drinks are expensive, but they're really good. And I recommend either way you go, give them some business at the restaurants, give them some business by ordering some drinks. But here are some strategies that can save you some money, starting with drinks. Again, give them some business, but there's liquor stores you can go to. And I'm going to say this, when in Rome, do as Romans do, okay? So if you want to know really good tequila, do some research ahead of time that you know what is considered really good tequila. So you're investing in something that makes sense, right? Don't just buy, oh, this tequila right here is $10. Is it good? Don't know. Do some research there. That way you're getting the full experience. And they don't care if you buy alcohol outside of the resort. Same reason why, as you saw in the video, why you want to get a one bedroom is because it comes with a kitchen. If you go to Costco, which is right down the road, or Walmart or a local grocery store, and you buy food to bring back to make, they're not really going to care. I still recommend giving them some business. Go to a few restaurants while you're there. Most people stay there for 10 days. We stayed for 5. It was still amazing. Or room service. Okay, room service. We went there to have authentic Mexican food, right? Because it's different from here in the States, especially right on the Sea of Cortez. A lot of the stuff is caught fresh and it's made fresh. So we had no complaints whatsoever. We ate like kings and queens. I mean, it was amazing. Room service food is less expensive than what you'll buy at the restaurants, but I will say our top favorite ones was the Mexican food restaurant, the steakhouse, but honestly, room service was really good. So with that, same thing with alcohol. You know, our best deal was actually at the end of our trip in the airport. As soon as you go through their customs, you go basically into this room and it's like a mall. I mean, it literally is. And they have alcohol. So we bought, and I'm not a margarita or tequila guy until I went on this trip. So anyways, we bought 3 of these guys. We didn't get the third one back because it was confiscated at U.S. Customs for some reason. It didn't pass their test. So we got these guys back, but these are really good. They're exclusive only in Mexico, and just letting you know, you can buy 3 bottles per person. Okay? Just make sure they package them correctly, which is what I think happened. We spent $70 on 3 bottles there. They have similar deals in town again, but research what is really good tequila. You want to go to Italy and say, I want to just try the best wine they have without researching what the best wine is. Okay, you don't want to just open a middle and be like, yep, that one sounds interesting, and it's not the best. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about, again, a little bit of cost effective. You go in a group, you get the one bedroom, you know, which is $900 a night. You divide that into 4. You're spending around $1,100 or something like. Maybe I did the math on 5. I don't remember, but you can see how that saves you some money, and you have an amazing room. Do it like this. There's a California king. The girls get the queen, the bed. Guys get the fold out bed from the couch, and there's a hammock outside. I mean, if you really want to go on a trip like this and you want to be cost effective, there's ways to do it. Okay. Now, going into town, a little bit of security protocol. I chose not to bring my personal device for security reasons. Being I've been in the security realm for work in the past. Bring a burner when you go into town. We didn't bring one, our personal phone at all. We just brought a burner. Next time I'll bring my personal device and it can stay in the resort. There's no concern at all for nefarious activity in the resort. Look, there's bad people all over the world. Okay, that's just the reality of things. Now, Bringing a burner when you go outside of the resort, when you're in town and stuff, you don't have credit cards, you don't have bank information, your social medias, any of that stuff. So if your phone gets broken, you lose it, or it is stolen, or it is hacked, your personal information is not compromised. Okay, that's the reason why. Also, if you're going horseback riding or ATVing or something like that, and you've had a few, you lose your phone, you break your phone, that's your personal device. Now you have no communication to the outside world, meaning the States, meaning wherever you're from. Okay, that's why you want to bring a burner. Now, just know, again, there's bad individuals all over the world, especially here in the United States. So I'm not knocking just Mexico. But there are cartel everywhere in Mexico, including Los Cabos. Here's what I recommend. Treat people with respect. Regardless of who they are, they're going to treat you with respect. Don't be an idiot. Don't be someone that's trying to show off. Don't be rude. Avoid places where you're going to find trouble. If you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. Okay? If you're one person, don't go to the clubs. Don't go to the town at night. Don't go into neighborhoods that you don't know. That's what I do here. I don't like going into big cities at night. There's less visibility, and unless I'm with a group of people, it doesn't matter who I am in my background or whoever's background. Okay? People don't know you. They just see a person and they see an opportunity. That's the way I look at things. Okay? So avoid situations you find yourself in. You will be offered by people on the road. Do you want to buy weed? Do you want to buy yayo, which is coke? You can respectfully, and I say this, trying to say this as clear as I can. You don't have to be rude to them. This is how they do things down there. This is how some people make money. Regardless if you agree with it or not, doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. And you increase the percentage of something you didn't expect to happen by being an asshole. Okay, I'd say it just as plainly as I can. Treat them with respect. What I did is just respectfully said, "Hey man, I'm not into that. Thank you though, but hey, good luck and have a great day." No problems with that. He's completely understood. One about his business, I one about mine. My wife and I were walking down the road. Okay, so again, avoid situations that you can place yourself in by avoiding certain places like clubs, like strip clubs. Okay, they're there. I mean, if you want to go to them, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that you're going to get in trouble, but it's just a way you can less that percentage of something happening that you didn't plan to. Moving on to things you can do there. Okay, capitalize on the pharmacies there. If you, like me, like to have things prepared ahead of time and you don't want to have to go to the doctors or the hospital or whatever because you have an infection or something like that, you can buy over the counter medication. That's amoxicillin. We pay $25 a bottle. You can buy a 90-day supply per person, regardless of what it is. We didn't do painkillers. We were going to, but you can buy Vicodin. You can buy oxycodone. My wife and I come from a medical background. The only reason why we didn't is because, sure, it's a great thing to have if we, are hiking or something like that and we really sprain our ankle and we have something to take the edge off versus, Tylenol or aspirin or whatever. Okay, you get the picture there. The only reason is because we decided at the end it just wasn't going to be this trip. But you do have that option. You can take a 90-day supply. You take any more than that, you're going to see as a trafficker. I'm just giving you a fair warning there. Don't take more than 90 days when it comes to painkillers between two of you. Just take 90 days worth. All right. So, an ending, I know I'm at 12 minutes, guys. This is my favorite experience. Okay. Just give me a few more minutes of your time. And it has to do with the scripture or the season that we're in, which is Christmas. One of the best ways you can show love to somebody is compassion. So my wife and I were just getting done with the boat tour that you guys saw a little bit of, the clear boat tour, and we were walking around to a store, walked down the street, and there's this family making these on the side of the road. And I don't know how long they've been there or whatever. There was, younger girl which gave me this one was probably about 5 years old, and they came up and said, "Do you want one of these for $2?" And I said no. We walked to the store, and this little girl came running up, gave me a hug, and handed me this and said, "You're handsome. This is yours." And I said, "No, no, no." But she said, "No, I insist." So I obliged and I took it, and I turned to my wife and I said, "We got to give her $5." She agreed. So our plan was when we were coming out of the store, we'd find them and give them that money. I share this because this is what happened. We were walking out of the store getting ready to check out, and I saw her and I gave her that $5 and said thank you. And I gave her a hug back. And then as we were checking out, she came back and handed my wife one and said, "You're beautiful," gave her a hug and said, "This is yours." And The reason why I share this is because next time what we're going to do when we're down there is we're going to take a family like that out to dinner. And the reality of this, guys, is that when you fly in, if you pay attention, if you're someone like me that likes window seats, there's probably 10, maybe 20 square miles of third world country homes there. There are people there just like you and I that work hard and try to do something with their life, but there are some people that struggle. I don't know this family's story. I don't really care. But I had compassion in the way, even though they're using this was their strategy the whole time, it doesn't matter. I want to take someone like that, their whole family out to dinner and give them a meal because I'm that type of an individual. In this season of Christmas, guys, don't lose sight of what it means. Regardless if you're a Christian like me or not, I'm going to share the Good Samaritan story just real quick here and just summarize it. Okay? A Samaritan is someone that does not get along with the Jews, right? There was this Jewish man that got robbed, stripped, and beaten. And there was a priest that was a Jew and a Levite that was a Jew that passed him by and did nothing. There was a Samaritan. Now, again, they don't get along with Jews. Saw this man in need of something. Helped him, bandaged him up, took him to a hotel, paid the keep, said, take care of him. If there's any more cost, I will take care of it when I come back around. That's compassion. Don't lose compassion in this season. That is the best way you can show love to somebody. So anyways, guys, God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for going a little over. God bless. We'll see you next week.